Mama, mama, cow, it's been a while, up and down, all around. Mama, mama, cow, it's been a while. See all you can see. Go all that you can go, up and down, all around. Mama, mama, cow, it's been a while. Oh, it's been a while. I've been planning and waiting for this. It's been a long while. It's been a while, Macau. Up and down, all around. Mama, mama, cow. It's been a while, and it's gonna be a long time again.
Okay, so we're in Taipa. We're in a park. I've been playing around with my Macau ones on different views. This is going to be a super view, which means it's the kind of the biggest one because I want to capture the height of these buildings, just how tall they are. But I might switch back and forth the lenses a little bit, kind of try to give you a different idea. We're going to be walking down that street. We're following this monorail, the transit line, and way in the distance you can actually see the Morpheus Hotel. There's the Cotai Strip way down there. So anyways, let's show you what the street looks like. You can see it down below, the name of the street. We'll put it up on the map so you can see where we are as well. Yeah, we got to Macau and we have a long video, but it's kind of interesting because this street is just filled with all these tall buildings everywhere. We can also get behind it and get a nice view from back. And just architecturally, it's just interesting. Anyways, it's all up on the map. You can see exactly where we are. It's in Taipa, and we're going to walk all the way down it and show it as if you were there yourself. A slice of Macau. Yeah, I haven't walked down this street in quite a while, and one of the main reasons that I haven't walked down it is because all these brown buildings are a little bit monotonous. But we'll try to make this as interesting as possible by talking about Macau and maybe switching some camera lenses just to try to give you some different ideas. There's a train line right there. You can see the call it Macau Transit, Light Rail Transit. Over there is also the Jockey Club, horse racing, that actually is no longer running anymore. There's a station up there. So okay, we're gonna talk about Macau, and then we're also going to try to give an idea of this building. It's like one big massive building. We're going to really examine it because it's interesting. The rent is quite expensive, but it has some flaws and it's a little bit confusing about what it's all about. And then what I'll do later, this is actually really cool too. I can go up there, get some really good views. I might do that in this video too. Maybe we'll do that right now. So we're gonna and then we're gonna walk all the way down. So let me just change the camera lens first. So this is what it looks like if I have this other camera lens on. And then we're just going to let me just kind of show some of the buildings. This is actually like a nice little restaurant. Looks like it's closed now. But this is what it looks like if I have the it's called linear L view. And we're just gonna, but you can't really capture the largeness of this as well. So that's why I kind of wanted to change it a little bit and kind of give you some different ideas. So now you can just basically see what's in front of us. But it's good when you can view all the way down to those buildings, but then you can't really get the good idea otherwise. So stay tuned, and we're gonna switch to the other lens again. So now we're back at the hyper view, so you can kind of see how tall some of these buildings are, just all the balconies and floors. What I want to do is I want to go up there and kind of show you that, but I also want to walk down this way a little bit too, because let me see, there's some other people going to the elevator. I don't want to follow them. Let's just go down this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk down a little bit, maybe near the station a little bit, and then we're going to examine some of these apartments, and I'm going to kind of talk about what makes them kind of interesting. But one, it's like one big massive building, as you can see. There's a train line right over there. So there's actually, this actually goes to the Jockey Club, which no longer is running anymore. And then the other entrance would be this one. So if you have these apartments, you're right on the train line. And let me kind of take a look. We're going to look at this really closely. It's like a really strange thing, because like if you look at these, you can kind of see how cheap they are. You know, it's like not even, and then there's even like little cracks underneath. The reason I'm showing that is because in these doors too, they're not like, they don't really close very well. Like they're, it's kind of heavy. But you know, you can kind of see they kind of scratch against. They're not really, there's not like a good insulation or anything like that. So yeah, this one even has like a wider crack underneath. So they just seem like this cheap facade that's pasted up here, which is kind of strange because the apartments inside are huge, they're really nice. And then on the other side, they have these beautiful swimming pools. I'm going to show that when we go up to the top there, and that'll make sense. But yeah, you also have this nice entry into the station, but yeah, it's kind of closed, right? Like the door's locked, that's closed. I don't think people even use this because yeah, this is kind of interesting too. It's like they're gonna use the station though. So I guess they are being used, but not. And then some of these doors are locked, and they kind of lock it into like this cheap kind of way. Like it just seems, and the windows are kind of like dirty. I don't know, it's like, it seems like it should be. And there's actually this really beautiful gold door. We're gonna go down that way a little bit too, and then we'll show you what that looks like. I wonder where, oh, let me see. That's the station right there, so they can go up. There's actually a nice park up there too. So yeah, this should be all set up for residents. Should look amazing. Okay, so we're gonna jump ahead and I'm gonna show you that door, so stay tuned for that. That's the name of the station right there, Jockey Club Station, and then that's the entrance. Goes right up there. We're still walking down our street. We got our super view on because I want to capture the enormousness of these buildings. If I don't have the super view, there's no way you could capture how large this is. And now we also have the first view of this golden door, which we're going to capture. And I don't think I'm going to walk all the way down because, again, it's kind of monotonous. So that's why I'm going to be turning the camera on and off. But coming up ahead, we will go up to that viewpoint, and then we can see the other side of this building with the swimming pool and how beautiful it is. And then we're also going to walk down where all the businesses are at, which is also part of the street too. Okay, there's the door right there. Let me get right next to it. Yeah, there's the door. So yeah, I got the super view on so we can really capture. And there's even some nice balconies way up there too, those little circular round things up way up there. Okay, so let's just take a look at this giant door. Some giant horses there too. There's even like there's birds in there. This is it's so gaudy, it's like amazing. And then these doors are massive. Like you can see the doors a little bit open even. It's like, feels like something can jump out of there. The door's not even properly closed. Crazy. Okay, so let me do a little bit of a 360. So yeah, we could walk all the way down, but it's a little bit monotonous. There's a hotel right here, on the corner, which a lot of people stay at. That's a nice hotel on the corner there. And that, yeah, there's somebody going up to the station right now. And yeah, if you come out, you'd have this kind of amazing door. It's so crazy. Okay, so I kind of have it on my super view. Let me just change the view for you. So now we don't have that distorted one, but I really have to like move the camera a lot. There's the horses, the birds. These little birds are like turkeys. It's like a turkey. Wish I could zoom in on there a little bit. This camera, I can't really zoom in. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the other camera lens. So now we have the other camera lens, so now I can, it does distort it. But what I like about this one is you can really capture everything, you know, like that, this tall building, these metro station. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up, get a view of what it looks like behind this building. And plus we're gonna go all the way down to where all those other buildings are, which are also part of the street too. Okay, so now we're on the side. We're gonna take the elevator and we're gonna go right up to that space up there. Then we're gonna come down and then we're gonna go to the front side of these buildings. And yeah, we were already at the front side of these buildings. So let's go in the elevator, get up there, take a look. Okay, so now we're have this view, right? You even have the mountains, so you can see the mountainside over here. That's called Taipa. So yeah, that's another street there and another street here. This is called like the View Street, View, and then this is I forget the name of that one, but it's up on the hill. And then yeah, that's our street, is on the other side of these buildings. And then just to kind of give you, that's the elevator we just came up. And then yeah, this is the other side of the building we were walking along. You can see all the way down there where we're at. Then you can also see that in there it's like a nice security guards, swimming pools. Let me see, I think you can get a better swimming pool image from up here. So so we'll just do that just so we can combine properly the full context of the street that we're walking down and that interesting building that we're filming. Yeah, actually that super view looks really nice on when we're up here in the mountains like this. But yeah, it's also kind of cool too so yeah, this is the back side of this, as you can see. And then up there, there's another little small community up there with more buildings up at the top of the hills. I don't know the name of that one, but it's called like Cidade de Lisboa Street, I think, and it goes up in a little loop up into the top. And then over here, you can see the swimming pools, I think. Maybe I don't, maybe I'm not going to film it because I think there's security and such. But anyways, you can kind of tell that it's like gated and security cameras and everything like that. Okay, so what we're going to do next is go back to where we came, to the elevator, and then we're going to go down and go in front of those other buildings. It does look kind of cool up here though. So I've walked down that street sometimes, and I think it's a beautiful street to walk, but it's not a great street to film. Not a great street to film because it's so monotonous. And this one can be a little bit monotonous too, but I think today it's going to be not so bad. Okay, so in a moment we're going to be in front of those buildings. So let's take the elevator again. You can also take the stairs. Okay, so we just came down the elevator. That's where we're at, just set up there. You can see it from the side. This is the tall building that we're going to be walking in front of next. So it kind of gives you the full context of everything. It's nice that they have this lamppost too. They'll light this up at nighttime so it's not so dark. And people can use this at night and go up to the top and walk. You can walk up on the trails up there even. Better in the daytime for that, but some people go up at night too. Yeah, the Rua de Viseu is that street that goes that way. That's the name of it. But yeah, ours is going to be this one, and we're going to be walking Oh, you know what? When we were looking at those views, we were actually looking at this streets, but we're gonna be walking down this one because this is gonna be this is our target street. Let me just kind of show you again. So you got the train line right there. Let me do a 360. You got Jockey Club. I'll tell you about Jockey Club more later if I remember. I keep forgetting about that. But yeah, that's where we're at before. Huh, this business is closed. Might talk about that too. Yeah, so when we were looking down from that way that we were looking at, we were looking down the backside of these, which is pretty photogenic. But that's not going to be our focus. We're going to be walking directly down. This isn't our street at all, but this one goes down to the Nova Mall straight ahead, and then that one is parallel with that mountain, Taipa Pequeño. And we're going to be walking down this way. Yeah, now you just kind of have these mountain of apartments. I'm going to keep the super view because I just want to show like the massiveness of how big these apartments are, right? It's just like you just like a wall of them, like all the way down, and all the way down to that hotel even. In the far distance is actually Hengqin, China. They're building a lot down there too, like a financial district, but it kind of stalled during COVID. That kind of, but strongly stalled. Trying to catch a bus. These are kind of cool to walk down these. There's a nice little thing in here, but we're gonna go look at that from a different angle. This video might be kind of long because this street is kind of a long street to film. I don't know if we're gonna film all of it or not because it is so long. Some pretty cool balconies right there. I'm gonna continue to use a super view. I'm gonna talk about the lens for a while on the Macau videos. Keep playing around with them, get different opinions on different videos. Different people have different opinions about it. But we're gonna go into this little space real quick. And this is where I like the this lens like this because I can really capture, you know, what we're looking at. The other good thing about this too is it captures the peripheral parts. So like we can see the stores and what the stores are without me having to turn the camera to look at the stores. So you got lots of restaurants, pork chop buns, and we're gonna walk into this cool little space. Then yeah, you can see Avenida, that's that same one where the mountains were on the other side of it. It's kind of interesting, right? The mountains block the view of this, the buildings block the view of this beautiful mountain. It's right there. And yeah, they would look to the back side. If their apartment goes all the way through, then they would look at a mountain on one side and then into the street on this side. That'd be kind of interesting up there. But yeah, now we're in all these buildings as well, right? Yeah, and I just kind of think this is beautiful. So I'm also going to keep the camera lens on this super view because I can catch the magnitude of it. But let me switch, I'll just show it so you can see the difference. But now I'm just on a regular lens, so you don't really get the magnitude of the buildings. And I have to like turn the camera around, but you don't really get to see the top and the bottom at the same time, really. And you kind of have to choose which one you want to look at, right? It kind of gives you a little bit of context though. Let me turn it back to the other way. Okay, now we're back. It's going to be distorted a little bit with that fisheye view, but then you can really get an idea of, you know, like you can feel more of what it's like here than that. The other way, you just kind of see like the directness in front of you through the lens. You don't really see the magnitude of it like this. Okay, then you got all these shops in here as well, but we should go back to our main street because that's our focus anyways. So what I think I'm gonna do is like we went through that, we came in right here, so we're gonna miss the outside of that, but I think it's okay because it's worth it to come in here and just kind of capture the magnitude of the buildings in here. This area used to have a few bars in it, and then they all kind of went away. And I wonder if they had a lot of noise complaints because there's so many people that live here. Like at nighttime, you know, the voices probably carry. That is so cool. Okay. Let me just capture that one more time. And then we are going to check. Yeah, there's that goes towards Nova Mall. We're gonna walk down this way. And then we're gonna be walking towards this plaza. Some restaurants over there. This video will probably become a little bit too long, but it's okay. Farmacia Popular Pharmacy. Okay, so now we're kind of strolling around in this area. And yeah, this street will, it's kind of a major road. There's a gas station over there to the right, so it's kind of a, it's like 2 lanes one way and 2 lanes the other way. So I guess if we really wanted to properly do the street, we'd have to go to the other side of the train line as well. Then we have Grand Dragon Casino right here. And then this goes right into Taipa Central. Yeah, and there's Grand Mall, Nova Mall, Grand Nova Mall. And we are gonna walk. There's a Thai temple over that way. I think we're gonna capture that as well. And there's also another hotel over here too called Grandview Hotel. So just kind of capture. There's the Thai shrine, so we're probably gonna walk down that way as well. And then there's a nice hotel right here too. McDonald's, Bread Mart. So let me walk across, and we're gonna focus on this. And this one. There's also like they'll have events, sometimes like shrines, and they'll have food available here. I don't know, I might end this video. I feel like it's going to be way too long already. But yeah, that Thai temple is really beautiful. I don't know, maybe the video is kind of cool though. But yeah, that's all part of the street. That's the Jackie Club, which I keep forgetting to talk about. 10% Mart. Some of these apartments. Yeah, the end of the street. So if we were to walk down that side of the street, there's not much there. But that's all part of the Jackie Club, which is which they closed down, and they're kind of deciding what they're going to do with that space. And at the end of the street is that blue building, which I think I'm going to walk over there and end the film. So let me walk over there. Before I walk over there, I should just show you this. So this is the other street that goes, there's 2 lanes that go that way and then 2 lanes that go this way. And they're the same name of the street. And then yeah, that's the Jockey Club right in there. And then over there you can see the skyline of Hengqin. So all those buildings are part of the financial district that they've built over there. And then yeah, there's a public bathroom right here. And then yeah, you can see that the mountain that we had the view of over there earlier. That's in the background. Yoho Tower is up on the, is right over there. But yeah, anyways, I thought I'd share that with you. And then next we're gonna walk over to that blue building down there past Grandview. So let's cross the street. Before we do, we also have this. You can walk in these for circulation for your feet. They have these all over the parks in Macau, which is pretty cool. Okay, anyways, let's walk over there, Grand Dragon Casino, and then we have Grandview Casino over there too. Then we'll walk down that blue building, and then we're gonna end the video of the street. There's a train. Yep, then here's another hotel on our street too. Grandview Hotel. Then yeah, if we look down, you can kind of, there's all these kind of gold shops in here too, which are kind of interesting. They're usually around the hotels anyways, but you can buy, there's a pawn shop right there. You can see the name pawn shop, and then gold and such like that. I don't always want to film those because I think they're don't know all the stuff they're involved in. So I mean, they're legal businesses. So, and that's that hotel right there, Grandview Hotel. Okay, we're gonna step back and go forward. So archaic post office box that probably hardly anybody uses anymore. And we are going to go across. Oh, you can also see Galaxy Casino in the background. So anyways, actually it's kind of nice image right here with the hotel entrance. Okay, so the end of the street is going to be up by that overpass. I'll talk about that too, but that's going to be the end of our kind of long street, Grandview Hotel. Okay, let's go down there. Then yeah, this is the end of our street. So this blue building is pretty cool. And the blue building is worth exploring more into it. I don't even know where to begin. But I guess we should stick to our street first. And so yeah, this blue building looks really small and doesn't really look like it's as interesting from this particular angle. But when you get into this more, you'll see it's very interesting. But yeah, this is the end of our street. And then you can kind of meander into all kinds of different stuff in here. This little thing goes underneath to a park in the middle. This blue building has all these really cool little window things everywhere, like balcony window things that stick out. And then the shape of it is so unusual. And yeah, now we're in this Taipa, so you can also see all the tall buildings over there too. And this whole street, this whole area called Taipa Central has tall buildings everywhere, especially down in this area. But what we're gonna do now is just take a look at the quirkiness of this blue building. Now you can already see like how odd the shape is. Just kind of do a quick 360 look. Let's give you the full context. That goes down to Olympic Stadium. That's over there. There's casinos over there. There's Galaxy Casino, so we're not too far from all of those. This is the street that we were just on. This is where people go underground. So they'll go underground to a park. This is this kind of wall of apartments, and this kind of has this strange, unusual concave part to it. And then when you go in here, I think my video is too long, so I'm not going to focus on it too much, but I am going to kind of show you a little bit of how cool this building is from this inside look. Okay, so we'll keep the camera on so I can just kind of show you the full context of it. Then when you get in here, now you can see the blue building and the contours of it. So it has kind of like this really wavy nature, right? And yeah, and it kind of like, it also kind of like the way it goes like that, and it goes all the way down. Okay, so let me just kind of capture it. See all these contours, right? They're even doing some scaffolding right there. All that bamboo is up there. And then we're gonna come back. There's also all these little things like this. Like this. Let me just go through here real quick. So if we go through here, it'll go to a whole other interesting space again. You can see more tall buildings everywhere in here too. And our video is getting really long, but Okay. And you can see the train line again, just to give you some context of how unusual this building is. It's built on that circle, so that's why it's like kind of unusually shaped and such. Anyways, all kinds of other interesting stuff that I could film in here for sure. But we're gonna just come on out and then we'll come to an ending here. So yeah, this is our focus street was this one right here where the train line is at. And we'll come to an end. So yeah, sorry, this video is probably super long, but then yeah, we basically filmed all the way down that way. All the cars are coming in, so you can't really see it very well. So another train line, stadium station, and then we started way down there, way down there.
Come on, Macau, come on now. It's a beautiful day.